On this issue, the one thing is a little different. We've already given you a complete system to implement relating to this particular topic, but we want to spend some time with you on the philosophy involved. What's the philosophy? Simple. It's not just about the result. I'll leave it to Darrell to explain.
I've got these fancy sink taps at home, and one of them blew a washer one morning to the point where I almost needed to cut the water off. Anyway, I couldn't fix it, so I called this well-known plumber out of the Yellow Pages. They made an appointment for 12 o'clock and promised me the plumber would be there at midday. Excellent. So, what do? I take time off work and wait at home. Here's the sequence of events. 12:15 rolls around and the plumber hasn't turned up. I figure he's been held up and I decide to wait a while. Come 1 o'clock, there's still no plumber. So I ring the office and they say he must have been held up. Brilliant deduction. No, and of course there isn't another plumber available, and they give me his mobile number, so I ring him. No answer, I leave a message. 1:15, 1:30, 1:45, 2 o'clock comes and he still hasn't turned up. He hasn't returned any of my calls. By this time, I'm a little perturbed. In fact, I'm perturbed right up and down. But I have to get this tap fixed, and I've already invested so much time, so I hang in there. I rearrange my afternoon appointments and I ring again. It simply rings out. So I leave another message and call the company, who tell me again that he must be held up. The plumber finally arrived just after 3. I asked him where he'd been and why he didn't ring or return my calls. He says there was no point because he had nothing to tell me. He simply couldn't get there because, altogether now, he was held up. Now, he goes on to fix the tap, and he does a good job of it. In fact, the tap is better than ever. So was I happy? No, of course I wasn't happy. I wanted to throttle this bloke and his "I don't know what you're worried about, I fixed your tap" attitude. Yeah, the tap's fixed. It's perfect. So the result, perfect. But the experience I had to get the result, completely sucked. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand people get held up. That's fine. What I don't understand is not valuing me enough to give me a call to let me know what's going on. Imagine if he just called or had his office call to give me an update, to let me know a new ETA. How would my experience have been then? The result would have been exactly the same, but my experience in getting that result would have been far superior. You see, it's not just the result, it's the experience in getting that result. Of course, it's critical to get the best result possible. Getting the best result possible for your clients is absolutely mandatory if you're going to deliver a completely professional job. But imagine, if you will, this scenario. You achieve a fantastic result and the client has an exceptional experience in achieving that result. How much more powerful would that be? Do you know, I've actually heard salespeople say stuff like, "I don't understand why they're so upset. Sure, it took longer than anticipated, but they got what they wanted." Or, "No, I didn't ring them. I had nothing to tell them." Or, just as bad, "Look, the fact that it went wrong wasn't my fault, so why should I be the one contacting them?" Excuses like this just don't cut it. Keep your clients updated and don't shirk responsibility. If you stand out because of your service, you'll become known for it. You become the natural choice in your area. You'll get new business effortlessly because your happy clients are keen to refer friends, family and colleagues. When you get the result they want and make it a pleasant, satisfying experience at a time when they would normally be under a lot of stress, you really stand out. This is an exceptionally powerful value proposition. So my advice is simply this. Figure out how you can consistently deliver this experience. Learn how to leverage off that to get referrals, and your success is assured. I'll see you next time on The Mentor, when we'll talk about this concept of doing business via referrals. I look forward to your company then.